Hi, I'm Zero, and this is What If Deku Was Demon God Part 6. Yeah, Part 6. Last time I made a little mistake. I wrote, Part 4, but actually it was Part 5. I didn't, put too much focus on it. So, yeah, I changed that and fixed that up now. So, yeah, this is Part 5. I'm sure. No, Part 6. Damn it. Yeah, Part 6. Let's start off where we left off. We left off while Naruto just invited all the Jonins, basically Kuranai, Asuma, Kakashi, and Kai, those four Jonins into his home. Because they came to see him and talk with him because he was gone. And none of the Konoha 9 know about Naruto arriving, neither Guy's team or any other. They don't know it, anything. But they will hear rumors. Okay, Naruto pretty much takes them to the living room. They sit down and starts to talk. They talk for a while, like, how are you? It's been a while. You look quite different. Naruto would say, yes, I do. Of course I do. It's been, 3 years. So yeah, that happens. Kakashi asks, so what happened to you? What kind of training did you do? This question kind of, all four of them wanted to hear, but Naruto simply says, that's none of your concern, Kakashi. He didn't call him Sensei at all. He just called him Kakashi. Kakashi was like, what? He didn't call me, Sensei, but just Kakashi. He didn't call him, Kakashi Sensei or anything. He he now calls Jiraiya, not Parvi Sage or Jiraiya Sensei, just Jiraiya. So yeah, that's something that is in Naruto's pride. Let's just say. And so that happens. Now while Naruto is talking with them, we cut to a little bit at underground route at Danzo. Danzo had to use, you know, what was the name of it again? Damn it, I just read upon it. Izanagi. Yeah, Izanagi. To pretty much, Izanagi or Izanami. You get, which one, resurrects you. I think so that was Izanagi, because Izanagi resurrects you, or Izanami, is designed to stop people from, using Izanagi. So yeah, that. He had to use that to, recreate his arm. Basically, change a thing or two for his body. So yeah, he's angry, but mainly he's scared because he couldn't see when Naruto pulled out a sword and when he cut them off. But in reality, Naruto never used a sword. He just used wind chakra to do all that stuff. Naruto can manipulate wind chakra, around his hand. He just waved his hand to, to send a little bit of ripple effect of wind chakra that can slice through almost anything. That's how he was able to kill all those arm book in a second without even having a sword on him or taking it out. So yeah, basically that happens. All the civilian council is confused and doesn't know what to do because they realize now that he's the son of the fourth Hokage, Namikaze, and they pretty much threw him out like that. So they are being double faced. And now all Naruto and all the Jonins, four Jonins have been talking for about 3 hours now, and this news of Naruto being a Namikaze, son of the fourth Hokage, and him coming back to the village has spread around the village pretty fast, basically. So yeah, that happens. None of the clan heads told their kids that Naruto was back because they will meet him on their own time. They don't want to, say them, and they will just, run up to see him and so forth, because, Naruto is busy on his own, and they can kind of see that he has changed a lot. So yeah, Kakashi wants to know about what kind of training Naruto did and what kind of stuff Naruto can do. But Naruto is basically dodging the question, or outright declining the question of telling them about anything about his training. Then Kakashi asks, "So how about we spar?" Naruto says, "You're too weak, Kakashi." He simply says that with a pure blank face. Kakashi says, "Really, let's see." Naruto just laughs and says, "Move." Naruto takes them to his huge training ground backyard kind of thing. Uh, Kakashi, said, "Come, Naruto, let's see how strong you have gotten." Naruto said, "Take off your, headband." Kakashi kind of, still a little bit underestimates Naruto, but Naruto didn't give him any chance. In a second, he was in front of, Kakashi, and he pretty much backhands Kakashi. Kakashi pretty much flew and got dragged across the ground and then stood up. Kakashi's head was spinning basically. Kakashi got bitch slapped. And none of the Jonins were able to see anything. It was just too fast. Even Guy couldn't, see anything. Guy thinks this speed, it's too great, it's non-human. Naruto has, evolved his body to beyond humans. Of course, his speed, strength, everything is non-human now. He pretty much bitch slaps Kakashi, gets flown pretty back, and Kakashi kind of, is shocked. Then Kakashi starts, lift up his headband to, see at least what happened. As soon as he did, Kakashi is in fear, because Kakashi can, see this exact, demonic figure behind Naruto, and his chakra color is different, and he just has so much of it. So yeah, Kakashi is scared. He just says, I surrender. Basically, I admit defeat, basically. So yeah, that happens. Ah, damn it, I bite my own tongue. That hurt, kind of. Well then, that happens. So yeah, none of the Jonin have anything to, even because Asuma or and Kurna couldn't even see a blur. Guy was able to see a minor level of blur because Naruto was, only at 90%. No, 19. Yeah, basically, yeah, 90% without, increasing his physical speed by adding chakra. But he kept his strength at 50%, basically, because he didn't want to, break Kakashi's bonds, basically. If he adds chakra, he can, be much, much faster than what he is currently now. So there's that about Naruto. Naruto is a monster now, and he hasn't even, tried using the, KCM. So yeah, basically. After that happens, Naruto hears, Ambu comes and tells Naruto that, Tsunade is calling for him. Naruto just looks at the journey and says, "Oh, I'll be back," and he just turns to, black butterflies. Kakashi just says, "Okay, that chakra was different." Asuma is like, "What do you mean?" Asuma and Guy said that at the same time. Kurna is interested because she couldn't sense Naruto's chakra because Naruto was suppressing it. He said, Kakashi said his chakra was different. It was almost like it's alive. All three of them didn't understand. Kakashi just decided to put it in a simpler word. Kakashi says it's like his chakra is also alive in a different matter of way. They are quite questionable, giving a Kakashi a questionable look, like, "Are you okay? Did you, hit your head too hard, Kakashi?" Yeah, that kind of look. But I said, "No, no, his chakra is different. It's not like what it used to be. It's not like that of Nine Tails, but it's not that of a human either." They don't understand. The Naruto says, "Why don't we ask, Hokage about it?" They will say, "Yeah, let's go." They will, leave Naruto's home. Since Naruto has, put hundreds of, defensive seals around his home and inside and outside, he doesn't care, leaving the home unlocked, because if someone unauthorized try to get in, whew, yeah, their fate will be worse than death. And so Naruto goes to the office, and Naruto, is talking to Tsunade. Naruto says, "Oh yeah, one more thing, Tsunade." Tsunade like, "What?" Tsunade can kind of, is getting used to Naruto calling her Tsunade, because he doesn't call her Granny Tsunade now. He just calls her Tsunade direct. She kind of doesn't care too much about it, but yeah. Now says, "I want to learn medical ninjutsu." She will like confused and give Naruto a confused look, and she will say, "What do you mean, Naruto?" Naruto says, "As I said, I want to learn medical ninjutsu." She'll say, "Okay, so I can't teach you that because I'm busy." Basically, says, "Oh, don't worry, you can just give me scrolls, I can read through them, and if I didn't get it, I'll come to talk to you about it." Tsunade would nod and give Naruto, few scrolls that she wrote, herself, for teaching her disciples, or pupils, whatever call them, medical ninjutsu, a better way of understanding our medical ninjutsu. Basically, Naruto seals those scrolls inside of a storage seal he had on his body, basically on his palm of his hand. Naruto has storage seal in both of his palm of his hand, and fingertips as well. And fingertips seals are quite small. They can only hold about 3 kunais. Not too many kunais, but still, all of them can hold kunais. So yeah, his palm one has a sword, basically. His, not his sword, but two short swords. One is in his right palm, the other one is in left palm. Basically, if he wants to go dual wielding. His own sword, has a unique seal on his neck, on the back, where he seals his own sword. Whenever he wants, his God Slayer, he just taps behind his neck, and the sword appears, and he grabs them, and goes on a genocide, usual stuff. So yeah, after that, Naruto goes home, and there are he can sense quite a lot of chakra in front of his home. A lot of chakra. Naruto just appears in front of it, and now we cut to them. They were Konoha 9, basically. They all kind of heard that Naruto was back, so they came there, asked Tsunade where Naruto lived. So they were waiting here. They kind of tried knocking and ringing the bell. It didn't work. They thought that he was gone, and then suddenly a lot of black butterflies starts to gather around in one place, and when they disperse, he stood. Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto says, "Oh, yo," just simply that. Naruto says, "It's been a while, Shikamaru, Choji, Hinata," because they were standing on one side, and he basically said hello to everyone, including Sakura herself, because Naruto is beyond that. Because QB told him that he did came, but you were unconscious. Because she is you know does tell Naruto about different kind of information, that if there is a misunderstanding, it could lead to a wrong choice. So yeah, basically that happens. They all are shocked, couldn't say anything, because Naruto is over 6 feet. He's muscular. He has a long blonde hair. He has almost blue glowing eyes, and he looks hot. hot. No homo. So yeah, now says Jeevana, come in and chat. Shikamaru would say, yeah, of course. What a drag. Shikamaru is still Shikamaru, okay. So Naruto takes, all of them in, they sit there. Naruto Shadow will, get them, cold drink or tea, whatever they want to drink it. Pretty much, Naruto asks them what they wanted to drink. They start to talk. Now, all the boys are talking to Naruto, like how have you been, other stuff. All the girls are still processing, and all the girls there are blushing because Naruto is hot. Sakura, Tantan, and Hinata, all four of them are blushing. Not too heavily, only Hinata is blushing the most heavily, but all the girls are blushing, looking at Naruto because, as I said, he looks hot and beautiful. So yeah, no homo, basically. Naruto talks with them for about 3 hours, I would say. They all talked about, what kind of they have done, how much they have trained. Rock Lee can open up to, 7 gates. Yes, Rock Lee can open up to 7 gates. In original, he was only able to, open up to 6. Now he can open up to 7 gates. So yeah, as I said, all of them start to train a lot more harder what they did in the original. Neji is also a lot more powerful. Even Hinata is a lot more stronger. Everyone is a lot more stronger. And everyone, is talking. All of them just think Naruto has changed a lot. He's not that loud mouth anymore. He's somewhat serious and funny at the same time. Because they, can't feel the demonic presence that Naruto has. Basically, because Naruto is, suppressing his presence almost completely. Currently, Naruto feels like a normal human, but for a sensor, he can sense, what Naruto's actual presence is like. Naruto is suppressing his chakra and his presence at the same time, making it as little as possible, basically. And so then all of them, leave. All of them, make a plan to, have fun tomorrow morning. Just relax and, go to eat and catch up to everything because, they have 3 years worth of stuff to talk about. Naruto still, doesn't tell them too much about their training. He just tells them a very little amount of, that I have improved my taijutsu, kenjutsu, and all that. So yeah. Danzo, on the other hand, kind of can guess how strong he is, but he also wants one more thing. He wants the weapons because the weapon can be huge help. Because, according to the rumors, Naruto has hundreds of thousands of weapons that are as good as the 7 ninja swordsman's swords, basically. So yeah, Danzo is on that right now because he thinks if he can get his hands on any of these weapons, about maybe even 100 of them, he can give this weapon to his roots top Ambu and make them more powerful. What they were in the original. So that's kind of what his energy is right now. Damn, the water got hot. Sorry about that. I was just drinking water because I was, my throat could dry faster. But when I drank it, the bottle I had, the water has, gotten or pretty close to room temperature. So yeah, it wasn't something that I like. I prefer to drink cold water. Okay, I'm just gonna sit down and continue talking. Yeah, so that happens. Now, all the news of Naruto arriving back to Konoha has kind of spread a little too far, I would say. Several of the, spies that are always around everywhere. They also heard that Naruto is back towards back to Konoha. They realized that back means he was originally from Konoha. So Bingo Book will be upgraded once again. They don't know his exact affiliation. Will he be a ninja of Konoha, or he's just back there to relax and stuff? So they don't know yet. So the Bingo Book hasn't been updated yet. But they are spies in land of fire. A lot of spies from all you know three great nations and several small nations, small villages basically, because they wants to knowledge of the so-called demon god, because he seems downright terrifyingly strong. So yeah, that happens. Now we cut to about the next day of in Konoha. Naruto wake up at 5, did his training now. It's currently 7 you know a.m. He takes a shower, cooks dinner for himself and eats it, and gets ready. As soon as he walks out, all Konoha 9 are there. Neji, Tenten, Rock Lee, Sakura, Hinata, Choji, Shikamaru, Shino, Kiba, Akamaru, and Ino. Basically, all of them are there because they made a plan to relax today and just have fun. So that's what they do. They go to ramen stand. Naruto meets the ramen guy for from very long time. So he eats ramen. They go to uh, where Choji eats, barbecue place. They go there, eat, and just have a good time between friends that they didn't have for a long time basically. Sorry about that. Naruto had a good time for an entire day. All of them just relaxed, have fun. What friends do, just hang out with everyone. So yeah, that happens. After that, the next day, everything went back to almost normal. Naruto went start to learn about what you call medical ninjutsu. Now a month has passed completely. Naruto is pretty good with medical ninjutsu. He can increase his physical strength, just like Tsunade, but he can't do it at her level yet. But his strength is at her level because his natural strength, and enhancing it with chakra even further. Yeah, his strength is as great as Tsunade's right now. He can replenish someone's chakra, but he doesn't does it because he knows his chakra is poisonous towards humans. So yeah. At the same time, we cut to Orochimaru. Sasuke has been training very hard and he's planning to kill Orochimaru now, just like he did in the original. But Orochimaru has another idea. He wants the blood of the so-called demon god to do something similar to what Hachirama cells did for someone's body, basically increasing it, giving it regeneration and all that. So yeah, he's thinking about that. Can he do that? Can he not? Because they don't know the full extent of the demon god, yeah, in return Naruto. So he wants to know the secrets of his body. And Danzo is also thinking about knowing the secrets of his body from collecting blood, but he knows he can't do that. He needs someone expert in medical ninjutsu, and only one who's currently in the village expert enough is Tsunade, and the other one is Orochimaru. So Danzo is trying to get contact with Orochimaru. It's not working as he thought. But now, unknowing to Naruto, that Akatsuki also heard Naruto coming back and to the village or not. So they are planning their own attack to get rid of Naruto, because sorry about that. They don't want to attack him now. They wants to first collect all the bijus, and then with all of its members, including Pain and all the bijus, they wants to attack him. With all of their might at the same time, pretty much crushing him. You know, making sure that they can get their hands on him, because they know his strength is at the level of an S rank ninja, but he's a double S rank ninja, basically world's first double S rank ninja. It has never happened before for someone to be a double S rank ninja, basically. So yeah, while Danzo is trying to get contact with Orochimaru, it's not working that well, because unknowing to him, Orochimaru is dead. Orochimaru died the next day, basically, when Naruto came, because everything has been increased a lot faster, basically a month or two, because Naruto is so strong. After for a year, Sasuke also trained even harder to be a lot more stronger what he was in the original. All the Akatsuki member also were ready for Naruto, are being ready. Shit, sorry. Basically, are being ready for an entire year worth of time for them to get ready to capture Naruto, and they're not even going for Naruto yet. They've first will catch all other Jinchurikis, then they will combine all their power and might to defeat Naruto, basically. So that happens now about mm, the time when what was her name again? Gaara's sister, Tomari. Yeah, Tomari. Tamari is in the village with Shikamaru. They are kind of on their date. Shikamaru is a lot more stronger. Basically, everyone are, in the ninja world is a lot more stronger, because after hearing about the demon god, all of them start to, train a lot more harder. Basically, a year worth of extra training. Basically, they are all of them are a lot more stronger. That's what I'm trying to say. When she's at the Leaf Village, Naruto meets Tamari. Tamari meets Naruto. She blushes, but she has feeling for Shikamaru. So yeah, there is that. So she won't be shipped with Naruto at all. Now Naruto has been focusing too much on medical ninja, so he's not thinking of collecting information or doing anything. Basically, he just stays at his home, makes thousands of shadow clones to work on medical ninjutsu. So yeah, he's pretty good in with the medical ninjutsu just in a month. And this day is where Gara gets kidnapped. They still gets the information. When they do, they instantaneously leave, basically. Now on the other hand, once uh, Naruto evolved into his second stage, basically, he didn't took care of the blood, basically the DNA that he pretty much left in his cave, because no one was able to find it easily. That's what he thought, and who would care anyway. But unknowing to him, Kabuto has been searching for his blood for an entire month, basically, and he does find it. He finds the cave that Naruto once stayed at, and he goes in and he sees that the ground is red, like there was someone who lost immense amount of blood here. It sadly, it has been years. So yeah, the DNA is quite non-existence almost, and this is DNA of old Naruto, not the new one. So he failed to collect Naruto's DNA, basically. But now uh, Kabuto knows that Naruto did something that made him lose tremendous amount of blood, but he doesn't know what. He was unable to collect any kind of DNA. Basically, even if it did, it would have been the previous Naruto who only had the chakra, not the body. But this one is almost perfect. Now when the news gets to the leaf that Kara has been kidnapped, Naruto and the team is the same, gets ready to go and help Kankuro and the Sand Village, basically help them. That happens, and Naruto and the team leaves. They make it about at the same time at as the original to the Sand Village. The healing of Conqueror goes a little bit faster because Naruto was also helping to heal Conqueror. Basically, the Conqueror's healing went a little bit more faster, about 25% faster, because Naruto is not that well versed in medical ninjutsu in a way of curing poisons, because Naruto is only learning medical ninjutsu to check up on his own body that what exactly changed, because he doesn't want to let anyone else see the secrets of his body. And mainly Naruto has been practicing how to increase his strength with chakra, at chakra scraples, and how to if someone f's up your nervous system and circuits, how to put them back together. How Tsunade did to Kabuto, basically how to fix that. He's mainly was busy making sure to gain a counter for any kind of medical ninjutsu technique there is. That's what I'm trying to say basically. So yeah, basically no medical ninja can harm Naruto now, because Naruto knows very different ways to counteract any kind of medical ninjutsu attack there is. And Naruto also knows how to use chakra scraples, but he uses it while adding wind chakra to it, so they are a lot more bigger. Basically, about twice as much big as what when a normal chakra scrapple is made. So yeah, Naruto is pretty good. I would say best at that, because wind chakra makes it more sharper and more bigger and more powerful at the same time. hmm This day at the at this for the same time they stay there, because Naruto couldn't increase the time of Puck finding the cave. So yeah, since I don't remember, did I give Naruto the Sage mode or not? Damn. Huh. Yeah, I'm not going any further in this video. Basically, the Puck has the dog has gone to find the cave, and he hasn't returned. And I will be leaving this video right here because 33 minutes had happened, and I'm kind of starving. I'm gonna eat lunch, and then I'm gonna make the next part. So yeah, and I will be posting it right away, of course. Sayonara.